Hey everyone, this is Blake with Worn and Wound, and today we're going to take a look at the Seiko SNZG. It's a military field watch with 23 jewel 7S36C automatic movement, and it retails for $115 as seen here on a bracelet, or $99 on a nylon strap. And what's noteworthy about it is it's a really nice pairing or partner to the really popular SNK Seiko5 that is much smaller at 37, just over 37 millimeters. This measures 42 millimeters in diameter, making it a good alternative for someone looking for a slightly larger, affordable Seiko5. All right, so taking a look at the case of the SNZG, as I mentioned, it measures 42 millimeters in diameter, 12 millimeters tall, and has 22 millimeter lug width. The general shape of the case is really pretty plain and ordinary. It's what you'd expect for a military field watch. Really no surprises there. You can see here as we move to the side, there's a brushed top finish to the case as well as a polished side finish. And there you can see there's a polish on the side of the crown. And then just rotating to the back of the case, there is a display back where you can see the automatic movement. Taking a closer look at the dial of the SNZG, you can see there's a lot of information presented, but it's done clearly in a way that's really easy to read, sort of true to the military field watch aesthetic and purpose. You'll see the dial of the watch that we are reviewing is black with white numerals throughout. Starting with the outer edge of the internal of the dial, there's a raised internal bezel, along which you'll see hash markings for each hour, large hash markings that are filled with lume, as well as smaller hash markings to mark the minutes and seconds. Moving in from that, you'll see large hour numerals at every hour, with the exception of 3 o'clock, where you'll find an outlined date window where the day and date are presented in white text on a black background, which is nice. So that's in keeping with the color scheme of the rest of the watch. Again, moving in slightly from that, you'll see small 24-hour markers so that you can read military time. And then also looking at the words that are printed on the actual dial, you'll see there's automatic 23 joules and then 100-meter depth rating at the bottom of just above 6 o'clock. And then up at the top, there's the applied Seiko5 logo and sports printed. Taking a look at the hands, you have fence post style hands that are lume filled, and then a sweeping second hand here that is white with a red triangular tip. As far as the lume's concerned on the SNZG, it's quite bright, as you'll find on most Seiko5 watches, or Seiko watches for that matter, and it's found on both the hour, minute, second hands, as well as the large hash markings along the outer internal bezel. So now we're looking at the Seiko5 on my wrist. It's really a comfortable wear, again measuring 42 millimeters in diameter. It is a comfortable wear. I have about a 7.5-inch wrist, so it can handle a little bit of a larger watch. I think the 22 millimeter lugs look nice, that the width of the strap does look nice on my wrist, and the 12 millimeter height really lets it sit fairly closely to my wrist. Also, the crown on the SNZG, almost to a fault, is really small, so it's nice to wear. It doesn't really get in the way. It might be a little small for the case size, but that is nice for wearing it. And taking a look at the bracelet, this version of the SNZG comes on. It's comfortable. It's got the signed Seiko logo here on the deployment clasp. It's pretty easy to change the sizing of the strap. And just generally speaking, for the extra $15, if you're looking for a metal strap to wear with the watch, it's probably worth the price. All right, so just to show you an alternate look of the SNZG, here it is on a green nylon NATO, just really highlighting the military aesthetic of the watch. This one has some silver matching stainless steel hardware. And again, I just think it gives it a different look, definitely a much more military, sort of rugged look, and I really like the way it looks. We thought it would be interesting for the purposes of this review to show the SNZG sitting next to a couple other Seiko watches that we've accumulated here at Worn and Wound that are all in the same family of military watch that are made by Seiko. So on the left here, you'll see the smaller, more affordable military field watch, the SNK, measuring at about 37-ish millimeters. That is available in a number of places for about $60. And then stepping up here to the SNZG, you have the, it measures at 42 millimeters, And sort of moving here all the way to the right, you have the SNDA, which we reviewed a few months ago in Worn and Wound. Definitely a more aviator look. This has in it, of course, a quartz chronograph movement. But again, all of these aesthetically are in the same family, and I think it's just interesting to compare them side to side. So to conclude my thoughts on the Seiko SNZG, I think it's a really outstanding option for somebody in the market for a larger to mid-sized, affordable military field watch. And if you're inclined to the aesthetics of the smaller SNK model Seiko 5, then this really might be a good alternative for you, being that it's a good bit larger than the 37mm SNK, coming in at 42 millimeters. The model we have reviewed here on a metal bracelet is available online for $115, or you can pick it up on a nylon strap for $99. And as with other Seiko watches, you're getting a watch from a brand you can trust with quality components, a quality automatic movement, and you're really just not going to have any problems with it as far as we can tell. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to read the review on wornandwound.com. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and a few other places. And thanks for watching.